All right, here we go. Now I gotta find. All right, here we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the A.I.R Racing League. This is round number 2. The start of round number 2, race 1 at Pocono. And we will get to who's actually racing. This is the round for the championship 4. So let's hop right into it before we start getting it going here. So, the drivers that made it in, Digibud, Sir Gillians, J.E., and Trista Dobbs, all made it in are above the cut line here in the second round. JRC Indy, Federico, JFK's Cranium, and the battle between Yokeman and Mudweiser was won by Yokeman. So Yokeman is in the 8th and final spot here, and the driver's able to transfer into the final 4. And so right now JRC Indy on that cut line with Federico there too. We'll see if those two drivers which one of those two can pull off the upset and try and get after these guys that are trying to get in, as my phone keeps being dumb. Right now, Indy didn't really give me a clear shot at the points here. But that doesn't matter, as we're about to jump in here at Pocono. Got 10 drivers in the field. So Tristan Dobbs and JRC Indy sitting on that cut line. Tristan Dobbs holds the final spot in the championship 4. And Indy, the Phantom of A.I.R Racing League, is one to take the jump. Mudweiser going to start on the pole with the 4 of involved tents starting alongside of him. We'll run through the field as we go green. Down the long back stretch. Everybody's staying in line. Mudweiser gonna lead them in, but can he lead them through? Everybody minding themselves here as we get through the first corner. Down this long straightaway as we're gonna go 3 wide for the lead. Here comes the man who needs the win today, JRC Indy. He's gonna back up into the tunnel turn. You do not want to go 3 wide through there. And look at the time lost by both the drivers letting off. So we go down into turn 3. Mudweiser with a huge lead. Involved Tents, who started second, now dropping to 5th. JRC Indy started 3rd, up to 2nd. J.E. starting in the 4th spot. He's all the way at the tail end. Sir Gillian started 5th. He's up into the 3rd position. JFK's Cranium started 6th. He's back here. And, well, 6th. Yokeman, oh! Carnage in the back! That was the 20 of Federico. And that brought out the yellow flag out, in-game yellow. This is not a manual caution, this is an in-game caution. So contact between Federico, who's running the practice scheme 20 car. And then Tristan Dobbs back here, who started in the last position, missed qualifying, and finds himself in 7th. That was the starting position, and where they run now. Drivers pitted. Digibuds up to 3rd. Jergillians loses a spot to him, drops to 4th. But green flag is back out, and now JRC Indy gonna start on the outside of row 1. We saw how good of a run he had out of turn 1 the last time. How good of a run can he have going into it? Oh, the 41 of Digi trying to make a run at it. Mudweiser going to break through and take the lead as we were running on with the 24 of JRC Indy. And look at the Hornets nest behind him. The 19 of Gillian's trying to get through. Oh, the 12 through the grass. The 19 through, and now here comes the 9 of Dobbs. One of the more consistent guys in the Air Racing League. Really struggled last week. Did not have the run he wanted. And now tries to get that consistency back as we have a fight for the lead. Indy taking a peek to the inside of Mudweiser. Mudweiser sends it into turn 1 and gets the lead. Or retains the lead. Ahead of the on-charging Indy. His position battle is going on throughout the field. Dobbs up to 4th. The 41 shoots to the bottom. Now the 9 looking to the inside of Gillian's, and the 19. The 24 and the 12 goes side by side with the 24 having the run and the help. As the 19 gonna give him the shove. Down the straightaway, the Phantom to the lead. Oh, the 12. 12's loose out of 1. Involved tense, not really having the run you'd think from a guy who started in the 2nd spot. Contact up ahead between Gillians and Mudweiser. Contact again. Gillians drops way back. Back here with, I believe that's the 41. No, that is not the 41. Who is that blue car that's back here? Oh, it's the 3 of JFK's Cranium. That's right. And look at the lead. Look at the lead that 24 car has. JRC India has broken out to a commanding lead. Your pole sitter, Mudweiser, starting to fall back just a little bit. Now just trying to hang on to a top 5 spot. In a side-by-side battle with the 19. The 3 had a terrific run he couldn't use. As they go through the tunnel turn, now into turn 3. The tricky triangle. Taking no prisoners. As we'll try to get the lap count here for you. 6 laps to go in stage 1. These guys do have enough fuel to make it. Oh, there's the 3. JFK's Cranium shoving the 19 up. Move the 3 up to 5th. And right now having one of his better runs. Another guy who's struggled all season. Has a win, but really hasn't been able to muster up any type of a run that came close to that win he had early on in the season. Now was running 5th, but contact with the wall is going to drop him about 1 to 2 positions on track. And it'll only cost him 1. J.E. gives him the room. And as I say that, J.E. is now to the inside. Now he gets behind him. '53 of Yokeman not having the run here at Pocono. He wants running way off in the back. The last car to advance into the round of 8. Federico, another guy trying to advance himself through to the round of 4. Oh, and hard contact! And I believe we stay green. We do. Unfortunate for the 20. But what a run by Indy. Look at this lead. He wants into the championship 4. And a solid run here at Pocono could help him do it. We have 4 laps to go here in stage 1. Oh, look at this. The 88 continuing to drop. The 3 gets back by. The 12 gets on by through the tunnel turn. And the 20 of Federico on pit road, fixing the damage caused by the early wreck. If you're going to have your mistakes, have them early. And now here comes the 4 of Involved 10. Struggled at the beginning parts of this stage. Now finds himself back up into 3rd. And looking to put the fight to the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. We got a side-by-side battle here with the 19 and the 12. Killian's missing the bottom, giving the 12 the run he needs. But actually working out for the 19. That second lane might be Gillian's sweet spot here. As the 9, not trying to, you saw him up ahead, dive into the bottom. It was not to catch the draft of the 24, who was doing the same thing. It was to break the draft from the 4 of Involved 10 that's behind him. There you see him doing it again there. These long straightaways, the draft is key. But the 9 missing the tunnel turn is going to cost him the 2nd spot. The draft played no factor. It was all the tunnel turn. As there's Calamity, what looking like going on in the back. And the 20's around. He's in the grass. As the 3 was the one who had Calamity going on. The 53 now going to be up 2 positions potentially. And he will be able to get around the 3 of Cranium. This is the 41 of Digibuds, who had an amazing first round, had the win at Sonoma. Had a great run last week. So Digibud's trying to rekindle that round 1 magic that he had as he runs inside the top 5. Oh, and the 4 gets squirrely, and that actually was the end of the stage. I totally missed the lap count there. The 24 of JRC Indy your stage 1 winner. The 4 of Involved Tense finishing in second. The 9 of Dobbs finishing third. The 41 of Digi finishing in the 4th spot. And the 19 Tergillians will round out your top 5. And what a stage 1 for this 24. The 12 got the pole, but Indy has the car to beat so far. And nobody really had anything for him once he broke out to a lead. So we'll see at the start of, or through this stage break what these drivers do. Want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Dubby. We'll talk more about them later on. But Dubby Energy, want to give a shout out to them while I got the chance to do so. 24 JRC Indy into the inside. The 4 of Involved Tense on the outside. Indy leads him to the green. And he has a little bit more help with him on the inside. The 4 trying to send it into 1. Using that middle lane. Dead even at a 1. Nobody with a run on either one. Now the tunnel turn. How do these drivers handle it? Indy with a great turn 2. He'll break out to the lead. Involved Tense, sorry. Put up a hell of a fight. He tries to shoot to the inside. But Indy cuts the run off. Oh, but look at this. The 9 and the 4 working together. The 4 of Involved Tense shoots to the lead. Indy dropping. Nobody went with a 24. As now Dobbs going to look to the inside of Involved Tense in the 4. He helped him lead a lap, but now the 9 wants the lead for himself. The 19 dropping to the inside ahead of the 24. Dobbs to the inside of Involved. 3 wide. Look at the 24. Oh, he wisely backs out. He doesn't want to go into a corner. 3 wide. Pocono may be a wide racetrack, but things can go crazy in a hurry. As they are still side by side for the lead. The 4 of Involved Tense trying to get the lead back. The 9 fighting hard on the outside, but the 4 is going to break through. Now here comes the 41 with help from Indy. He's going to try and send it into the tunnel turn. Look at that. Backs up the entry. It helps him on exit. And look at the run he has over the cars as he sent it 3 wide. And that didn't last very long at all. Now Indy can set his sights in on the top 2. And he has enough draft to keep the guys behind him at bay. The 19 of Gillian's been running top 5 all day, but he hasn't been able to put forth a shot to get to these leaders here. For whatever reason, he just hits a wall here once he gets to about 3rd or 4th. He really can't seem to find a way to get it to that next step. But look at this run by the 4 of Involved Tense. Not in the championship hunt, as he joined about a race before the regular season ended and has been running through these playoffs as he's trying to set himself up for a racing slot next season. As we look like we got 3 wide in the back. That settles itself out. The 88 of J.E. trying to move his position up. Another guy looking to get into the Final Four. As Tristan Dobbs breaking, trying to use the tunnel turn, the 24, gonna shoot to the outside. They're 3 wide again. Indy, the 4 backs out. The 24 trying to stay side by side with the 9. The 9 just has a run. Side drafting is a 24, all the way down to the apron, all the way up and into the wall. The 9 pinches him. Oh, the 19's around. Oh, Sir Gillians. One of the championship 4 favorites having a disastrous run here at Pocono. Luckily, this is only stage 2, and he has a good cushion to work with here to have at least a bad day at Pocono. And now the 24 of Indy, who's been the car to beat all day, trying to work himself back up to the 9 and trying to take another shot at the lead, as they had it coming together the last time they fought for it, and I think got attached at the hip and couldn't come unattached until they hit that wall. The tunnel turn has been Indy's bread and butter, and you see there he closed the gap just a little bit. As right now we are at 19 laps to go, coming to 18 to go. And the 24 trying to be less drastic with his movements, trying to keep as much speed in that 24 as possible to run this 9 car down. Meanwhile, in his mirror, he's got a mirror full of that 41 of Digibuds. But the 24 is closing, and the 9 knows it. Who's going to put the pressure on who? This has been Indy's bread and butter, that tunnel turn. The gap continues to close. We still have a green flag stop to make unless we get a caution. Indy trying to go low. Oh, wow. What happened to the 41? The 41 and the 4 lost a ton of time to Indy. Oh, I believe there is a caution on track. And there is. I'm wondering what this is for. This is a manual yellow. All right. So I guess I called it. We have the debris yellow, as I have no clue how that caution came to be. Here comes Federico, trying to work his way back to the pack here. Then you got the 88 doing his wave around, as the other drivers got gone through the tunnel turn. There you see the 20 rejoining the field. He's 88, getting his lap back. There you see the rest of the field ahead of him. So interesting. Now we'll see these drivers come down pit road. What kind of shakeups will we see? Who's got the pit crew to advance their position? Who's got the pit crew that will lose them spots? Oy vey, you see some in-game nonsense going on as the 41 is out of his pits. The 9 and the 24 are out. Contact. The 24 loses out to the 41. Digibuds gets the second spot. The 12 all the way up to 4th. The 4 dropping to the 5th position. Meanwhile, the 19 of Gillians gains a couple of spots on pit road. Actually, I think he stayed about where he was. So it'll be the 41 and the 9. The 9 electing to take the outside with the 12 of Mudweiser. The 41 on the low side here. That has proven to be the line. Very rarely have you seen guys make that outside work on these restarts. As we're going to restart with 15 laps to go. As we still have a lot of ground before we get to that start-finish line. This 41, Digibuds, running in the best position he's been all day. Looking to see if he can capitalize on this restart. Catch the 9 in the turn 1. And be able to get past for the position. We got a lot of room though, a lot of moves could be made as we wait to hit that Geico restart zone. And the green flag is out. Green flag waving. We're back underway at Pocono, and what a job by the 9. We'll take a look from the rear cam. The 41 and the 9 break out to a commanding start. But here comes the 24. He is through. The 19 of Sir Gillian's back there, getting by the 3 of Cranium. He's now behind the 4 of Involved Tents. Now the 24 has his sights set on the 41, trying to get that 24 back to the second position. You see the run the 24 is going to have. He points the car to the bottom. He's side drafting the 41. He still has that run. And he will take the second spot away going into turn 1. Now what can he do with the 9? He was catching him before that caution came out. And he is all over the bumper heading into his favorite corner on the track. The 9 trying to pinch him down. And look at that. JRC Indy back to the point again at Pocono. The 41 looking to follow through as well by the 9. And he will advance his position. Meanwhile, back here, the 19 Sir Gillian's in a dogfight with the 12 of Mudweiser and involved tenths in the 4. Oh, gets a shot by the 3 of Cranium, trying to help give him a run to get by these two. Oh, the 4 overshoots turn 1 by a mile. Oh, contact with the 3, the 4 into the wall. Contact with the 3 of Cranium. Sends the 19 up the track and in to the nose of involved tenths in the 4. Oh, and Cranium into the wall. He's around. We stay green. A single car incident. As you can now see, the 24 breaking out to an incredible lead. Just like he did in stage number 1. As I just missed the lap count. 12 laps to go here in stage 1 at Pocono. The 12 of Mudweiser up to the 3rd spot. He was at the start of this season a championship 4 favorite and just missed out on the round of 8 by the skin of his shaft. And so now he is just here for funsies, collecting all the trophies and playing spoiler to those in the playoff hunt, or to those still in the playoff hunt. And the hunt to get into the championship round. Indy wants to play shocker this round and try and get himself out from below the cutoff line. And I talked to Indy before this race started. He is actually not feeling well. He is actually feeling very under the weather. Probably not very. He is definitely under the weather. And he is out here, and he is doing what he does best, keeping the 24 out front. And now a heated battle. Contact made back here with the 88 of JE and the 19 of Gillians. Gillians just can't find the speed he needs in that 19. The 20 of Federico, another car we've seen have a pretty good season, also having his share of struggles here at Pocono. And JE with a couple of wins on the year, struggling as well. As do we need to take another green flag pit stop? We will. These drivers do not have enough to make it to the end of stage number 1 as the 12 goes into the wall. He loses the 3rd spot. Loose out of the tunnel turn, sends it to the inside retaining wall. And he will lose out on 3rd. He will drop back to 4th. Almost lost the 5th spot, but great defense by Mudweiser keeps him in the 4th position and keeps the 4 of involved tenths at bay. This top 5. Oh, caution in the back! The 19 and the 20! The 19 caught the apron and comes up into the 20. And no yellow yet. This might be a manual yellow that we will see coming. And it is the 24 off the gas. And look at the lead he had. What an incredible run. That now means that we have 8 to go. Well, right now we have 9 to go. They have about 5 to 6 laps left in their fuel tank. So this will get them to the end of the stage. No big shakeups and no large amounts of pit strategy to be seen here in stage number 2. These first 2 stages have come down to the pit crews themselves. You got the offense and defense on the track, and you got the special teams in the pits. I'm only making football references because Monday Night Football is on right now, and it actually probably just started. As I have no idea why I just shut my phone off. That is legitimately my eyes of what's going on track is in terms of lap count and general positioning. As the 24 leads them down. Last time on pit road, this 24 car actually ended up losing a spot. He came down second, came out third. The 41 was the one who made up the position. Can he do it again? Or can his pit crew do it again? And here they come now out of pit road. I believe the position number 2 went to the 9. So no real juxtapositions or jumbling of positions on pit road as they came out. So everybody really just staying where they were. And the 24 wisely, I think, choosing that inside line here on this upcoming restart is we're going to have an absolute shootout. As I'm definitely not going to get a lap count. We'll get a lap count once we start and go green. And Sir Gillian's actually made up a couple of spots. He now sits 6th. Pit crew trying to do what they can to get that 19 back in position. And now as we go through the tunnel turn, intensity ramping. Oh, a little bit of funny business going on as they come out of turn 4. And now the green flag, Indy using the start-finish line as the line to go. Not the restart zone. He leads them into turn 1. The 9 taking the fight to him. Now 3 wide. Contact with the 41. The 12 takes 3rd. Here comes the 19 of Gillians. The 24 from 1st. Now the 88 to his inside. He's got the 19 in front of him. The 19 has a terrible tunnel turn. Look at all the cars going by. And look at this though, Indy looked to make it 3 wide through turn 3, but now has to get back in line. Look at the amount of cars this 24 needs to pass in order to just get himself back to 3rd. And look who we have up front. The 9 and the 12, like we saw so much of earlier in the season. And now they're back at it again. and dueling for position. Actually, they're pushing each other, trying to break away from the rest of the field. And now Indy trying to get by the 19. The 19 into the wall. Everybody else behind him follows him there. The 24 back up to 6th. Meanwhile, the 12 and the 9 doing what they've been doing so far, and that is helping each other. The 24 trying to get back up to where he was. A terrible restart under that yellow. The 9 actually had what his preferred line was. We saw in the last manual yellow, he chose the outside from the lead, and it paid off in him having another position, or actually taking the lead. And it paid off for him again, only this time Indy was the one who allowed him to have the outside. Now Federico trying to get underneath the 24 of Indy. '41 of Digi trying to go with that 24. There's the 9 and the 12. See, going way too wide ahead of this 88. The 12 actually going to go and shoot by and take the lead. Mudweiser leads for the first time today with 3 laps to go. The 24 realizing he is running out of time. He won stage 1. And he knows he's got to move quickly if he wants a shot at stage 2. As will we see him work with the 88 of JE? No. That 24 thinks he's got a car that can keep up with those two, even if they're working together. And if the 88 wants to work with the 24, then so be it. But if the 24 is working with anybody, the 24 is going to be the lead car. I think that's what they're figuring out, is there is absolute calamity going on behind them. Now the 9 with 2 laps to go. Just peek into the inside of the 12 of Mudweiser. And now does it again, the 12. It's out wide. Oh, the 19 of Gillians is around again. Hard contact with that inside wall. No yellow. Sorry, my voice is absolutely shot, but no yellow. Just the white flag. 1 lap to go. The 24 has made up no ground to those up at the front. Dobbs trying to get himself a stage win to help bolster his points total and keep this 24 below that cutoff line. As he is not going, as the 24 will not be able to take the fight to either the 9 or the 12 unless they both have an absolute chaotic exit at turn 3. That is a no. And the 9 of Tristan Dobbs will be your stage 2 winner. The 12 of Mudweiser coming in second. The 24 across the line third. The 88 fourth. And we'll wait to see if that 20, I believe the 20 is not on the lead lap. And the 19 of Sir Gillians comes through in 10th. And no, it was not the 20 who was in 5th. It was the 41 of Digibuds. The 20 finishes 6th. 7th is the 4 of Involved Tents. 8 is JFK's Cranium. Yokeman 9th and Sir Gillian's 10th. Sir Gillians will be the first to tell you he is not having the day he wanted to have here at Pocono. And right now we have a battle at the cut line. The 24 and the 9 have been the two cars to watch all day. 24 might have the better car in the long run. But when it comes to that short run speed, it has been all Dobbs. And now we are back underway again. This stage is for the win. And now they lead and go into turn 1. "25-lap stage. It's going to be at least 2 pit stops. And they are side by side as we go into the tunnel turn. Contact between the 12. Here comes Indy. Oh, the 12's in the wall. The 12 around. Here comes the 20. Makes contact with the 24. The 9's back through. The 12 just cannot keep the car going straight. He gets it going. Indy back through to second. Federico having an amazing comeback. Stage 1, a disaster for the 20 car. Now finds himself with a brand new looking car and a third place running position. And now the top 2 have a coming together. The 24 plays the defense, puts the block on the 20 and keeps the second spot. End of the tunnel turn. The 9 trying to hold off the 24, but he's got the run. Can't get the nose underneath. He stays in the lead. An absolute action-packed battle, and look who's coming in fourth, the 19 of Gillians. Do you want to talk about a disastrous day? As the 19 runs forth, the 24 trying to use the inside, but the 9 makes it work on the outside like he's done all day long. 23 to go. Look at the 19 trying to take the fight to the 20 of Federico. A car hard into the wall. That's the 41 of Digi. Meanwhile, the fight for the lead continues on. The 19 taking that 24 all the way to the checkered bottom. And now Indy to the inside of Dobbs. My voice is completely shot, and this battle for the lead is not helping. The crossover now coming from the 9. The 24 just has enough of a run to clear and put the 24 back up front. A spot that nobody wants to see this 24 in. But the 9 not giving up. He has a run. Down into turn 3 he goes. The 9 back to the lead. But the run will be with the 24 of Indy. Trying to fake out the 9. Here he comes to the inside. Pinches the 9. And a yellow. The caution waves again as the 19 of Indy, or not Indy, the 19 of Gillians went around. A contact with the 12 of Mudweiser is what brought out the yellow. That, I believe, is the 41 of Digi, who is ahead of the rest of this field, and he needs to really slam on the brakes here and let these guys get back ahead of him. And it looks like it was Dobbs who was leading at the line when the caution flew. So Dobbs is your race leader. Indy, though, has been giving him a hell of a fight and had the lead going through that tunnel turn. But the 9 had the run and got the lead back going into this corner right here, turn number 3. Now as these drivers get ready to come down pit road, the 24 trying to stay as close to the 9 as possible to see if he can leapfrog him on pit road. This is a big benefit, as now we only have one projected green flag stop. Will we see another caution later on that will prevent us from seeing a green flag stop at all in this race? And the battle will be with the 9 and the 24. And the 24 is out. The 9 is out. It will be the 24, or the 9, sorry, of Dobbs. That will continue to be your leader. The 24 will ride out here in second, and the 20 of Federico come out in third. The 41 in fourth. The 3 of JFK's Cranium, who yet again finds himself in the top 5. Having a good day here, which is what he needs. Actually, I really think, honestly, I think JFK's Cranium needs to have a great day. Either a second or a win. I really think he needs to really shoot for that for this entire round if he wants to have a shot at that championship 4. But right now, I think we might have a new set of favorites emerging with these two, with the way they're running today. Indy and the 24 has taken on a lot of challenges this season. We've seen him have great races where he just keeps getting caught in other people's messes. And we've seen him have those happen in the middle of a race and be able to fight his way back from it, giving him the name of the Phantom, because he's here 1 minute, he's gone the next, and then he's back again. But now we hit the Geico restart zone. The green flag is back out. And the 9 having another one of those really good restarts. The 41 of Digi trying to break through. But the 24 says, wait a minute. And he shoots the 41 up the track. 3 wide behind him. The 4 of Involved Tense breaks through. Here comes the 3. Up to the 5th position. Or actually, he just stayed in the 5th position. The 4 was the one who came careening into the top 5. And now as they're coming together with a 20, they both keep each other off the wall. A great job by both the 20 and the 4 to not only keep their position, but keep each other off of that outside wall. And now now as we ride with the 24, he has his sights set on this man, the 9 of Tristan Dobbs. And the 19, who was back in the top 5, now finds himself mired back in traffic. Has worked his way back up to 6th after starting at the tail end of the field. Now looks to get himself in the top 5. Saves it from the inside wall. What a job by Gillians. They're crashing behind him. The big one behind. 19 to go. Is that brought out? Wow. Is that brought out the in-game caution? Man, my voice sucks right now. But Gillians, what a save! Got sent careening into the inside wall. Kept it not only off the wall, but still managed to keep enough forward momentum to get himself around the 4. But the 20 of Federico involved in another wreck. But we've seen him come back from that before. Look at this. We have some strategy going on. 4 spots gained by the 41 of Digi. He now restarts at the front and in the lead. Inside. Oh, the 24 just has not been able to get that restart going. The 19 up to 3rd, but the 24 dropping spots. Now takes it 3 wide to turn 1. 4 of involved 10s to the inside. It's a 3-car train on the outside. The 9 of Dobbs. Look at the 19 rebounding yet again. And look at this Hornet's nest behind the 2 up at the front. The 24 able to make it through and get his car back to 3rd. 14 to go, now coming to 13 laps left here at Pocono. The 19 trying to hold on to that 4th position. Digi and Indy working together through the front stretch as the 24 could not get the run he needed to try and peek the nose to the inside. So together they go. Now the 19 of Gillians trying to join this tandem. Here comes the 20 of Federico. '41 might be doing more holding up than anything right now. Oh, the 24 tried to sneak to the bottom to put the nose underneath the 41, but the 20 had already filled the gap. Now the 24 might be able to get that run he's been looking for. Here he goes to the inside. The 19 of Gillians goes with him. But look at the ground he has to make up now. He's got 12 laps to cut that lead down that the 9 has built. The 2 fastest cars all day. The 19 of Gillians back here looking to see if he can help out the 24 and work together with him to get them both up there with the 9. But right now, that 24 is starting to break away from the 19. Now you see that gap close, and the 19 going to go right to the bumper of Indy. This is what the 9 does not have, is help down the straightaways. The 24 has been very good into the corners. 3 wide into the back. The 4 of involved 10s back here with the 12 of Mudweiser and the 53 of Yokeman. As they settle it out with the 4 being victorious. And look at this. The lead has shrunk. And it got way smaller there. And now the 24 to the inside. He's going to dive it into 3. He will take the lead. But not without a fight back from the 9. Indy leads that lap. 10 laps to go. These drivers still need to make a green flag stop. They cannot make it to the end. And look at the run Indy's going to have going into his favorite corner. He has the preferred line. Oh, and contact! Gonna send the 9 up the track! The 24 into the wall! Here comes the 19! Sir Gillian's to the lead! Oh, but into the grass! Oh, and into the 24! Oh, and the big one happens again! And that brings out the yellow. What calamity we've seen here at Pocono, and we're gonna have a really chaotic shootout with only a handful of laps to go. We had about 9 to 10 laps left when that caution came out. Now we're gonna have probably about 5 or 6. Dobbs stays the leader, involved 10s up to second. The 24 back to third. Green flag is back out. How many laps do we have left to go? 6. Dobbs leads them into turn 1. The 4 have involved 10s with a run, but the 9 cuts it off. The 24 going to try and peek to the inside of the 4. He is there. Going into the tunnel turn. Oh, the 4 having just about as good a corner as Indy did. But the 9 starting to break away. We've talked about the 9 short run speed. Oh, and the 20 of Federico gets into the 24. And now with the 24 actually having a really good run out of turn 3. He's going to peek the nose just a bit to the inside. Keep as much of the run as he can keep going. 5 laps to go. As we go back to the 9 out front. Look at the calamity going on behind him. 3 wide out of turn 1. And now the 4 have involved 10s to the inside of the 9 going into turn 2. Comes up the track. 3 wide as the 24 and the 41 try to split them. The 41 gonna win out. And now Digibuds up to second, but here comes Indy. Has a nose to the inside. But can't get the 24 up. And he'll drop to the tail end. 4 to go. Oh, the 41 slips up. The 24 is through. The 9 went wide. Here comes Indy to the inside. And now Indy back to the lead. And in the back, they are going haywire. The 3 of Cranium trying to keep himself in the top 5. He knows he needs the points, but here comes... Oh, the 20 goes out wide in turn 3. Meanwhile, back at the front, the 24 trying to break the draft now with 3 to go. The 19 has worked his way back up to 7th. After getting caught up in yet another big one. Now the Federico, number 20, has fallen back to 6th. Look at them up front, just snaking up and down the track. Meanwhile, I think the 9 might have a run. He did not. He did not have the run he needed on the 24 of Indy. Indy having to play immense defense The first time he's really had to do it for an extended period of time all day. 2 laps to go. Meanwhile, back in the field, the 19 up into the top 5 now, gets by the 12 and the 20. Oh, the 41 loosened to the inside. Single car crash. We stay green. Not how Digi wants to end his day. Meanwhile, the defense that is being played up at the front. 24 sending it into turn 3, trying to keep that car ahead of the 9. He will. The white flag lap. You see, or at least coming to it. Now it's the white flag lap. You see them snaking down the straightaway. We ain't watching any other fight except for this one. The 2 best cars all day. The bump by the 9, but it also sends the 9 up the track. Tries the bump and run into turn 1. We ride on with the 9. The 24 better through the tunnel turn. Into the final corner. Who will have the advantage? The 24 hogging the bottom, giving the 9 no room. The 24 of Indy had the best car in stage 1. Now has the best car and wins at Pocono. Had the best car in stage 1. In stage 2, had some calamity happen that kept him from getting back to the leaders to take the stage win. But does a great job. And the defense he had to play on the 9 of Dobbs to keep himself out front. These 2 were the class of the field. And what a job by Involved Tense keeping with these 2. Was not really in the fight for the win. But the 9 you saw gave it everything he had. As the 41 doing donuts as he crossed the line. But unfortunate for that 41 of Digibuds, he finishes last. Sir Gillian's 5th. I'll give you that full rundown. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. I was going to try and give you the full rundown, but I pressed the wrong button. It was the 24, your winner. The 9 of Dobbs, 2nd. Involved Ten's 3rd. Federico, 4th. Sir Gillian's rounds out your top 5. Mudweiser 6th, JFK's Cranium 7th, JE 8th, 9th, Yokeman and 10th, Digibuds. But my, oh my, what a job by these guys today. We saw everything, and we didn't have to see a green flag scenario. Not, I think this is the first time this season we had a race where we didn't have a green flag pit stop. And boy, what a show did it end up putting on for us. And that will just about do it. I want to give a shout out yet again to our sponsor, W Energy. And this is a protein drink, or not protein drink. It's kind of like an energy drink, except it's that powdery energy drink. It's a clean gamer energy drink. Helps enhance your focus and concentration, reaction time with no jitters. And I can tell you what, it definitely gives you, they're definitely right about that energy bit. And I will recommend, do not do what I did and mix that stuff with coffee. It don't need it. And you don't need it. It ain't going to end well. But I will tell you, I did buy their starter pack. This is about 16 bucks. But with our code, A.I.R League, it'll be somewhere right around 13. So you get 20% off using our discount code. And we really appreciate them for being a sponsor for our league. It means the world to us to have them on board. And it means the world to us to have you guys viewing each week as this league continues to grow and improve. We love that you guys have come along for this ride. And what a way to start off round number 2 with an awesome battle at Pocono. Congratulations again to JRC Indy. He locks himself into the championship 4. And with that, we will discuss how that shakes up the points next week when I have them. So we will see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That'll do it for me. Have a good night, everybody.